Hello everybody and welcome to another video. And today we're going to be looking at a band I've not heard of before, a band called Wisborg. Never heard of them. Tried to do a bit of research on them, as you know I tend to do. You know, if I haven't heard of a band before, I tend to look them up and see if I can find anything about them, and I couldn't really find very much. What I can tell you is they are a goth rock dark wave band from Germany, formed by Konstantin Micheli and Nicholas Eckstein. I probably pronounced those names hideously wrongly, but hideously wrongly? Can't even speak English, let alone German. And that's all I can tell you. I mean, in looking up, I found the line, "We make sad music for sad people." So, maybe some Doom influences in there? I don't know. Now, I'm going to be looking at a track called Im Freien Fall, featuring Chris Harms from Lord of the Lost. As we all know, big fan of Lord of the Lost. Like I said, the track is called Im Freien Fall, which I believe just means in free fall. I have lyrics here. They have had to be translated through Google, so they might not be 100% accurate. I couldn't find any reliably translated lyrics, because I tried looking it up, and apparently there are many songs called Im Freien Fall, and they're not the same lyrics as the song that I'm looking at. So, yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect. Like I said, it says goth rock / dark wave, and they said sad music for sad people. And a song called In Free Fall could possibly have some miserable sort of side story to it. So we'll see what we've got. We'll jump into this and give it a listen. So, Wisborg, featuring Chris Harms, Im Freien Fall. Let's have a look.
Aus der Asche, jugendlichen Tatendrangs. Was hat diese Welt zu bieten, was ich wirklich haben kann? Frisches Salz in alten Wunden, nichts verändert sich. Hab gleich Wirklichkeit und Anspruch, weder bin noch werde ich. Ich bin und werde nichts. Kaum Ertrag, viel geredet, nichts gesagt. Von der Wiege bis zur Bahre, absolutes Mittelmaß. Sterbe ich auch 1000 Tode, nichts verändert sich. Ich will alles oder nichts, gib mir alles oder nichts. Diese Welt ist ein Abgrund und wir im freien Fall. Die Frage aller Fragen, gibt es ein Leben vor dem Tod?
no, it ran out. Well, that was brilliant. I really liked that. It was very, very high energy, very... Well, considering the subject of the song, it's very sort of upbeat in its sound. And, you know, the main band itself, Wisborg, you know, they've got a very sort of clean vocal style. But they've got Chris Harms in there, and he's sort of adding quite a noticeable bass note in the vocal performance, plus adding a little bit of extra aggression, you know, distortion in the vocals as a sort of background element. And then, of course, he had his own sort of part of the song where he was singing. But the mixture of the voices together just sounded amazing. It kind of reminded me of sort of 80s, 90s electro goth in the way the vocal performance came across. You know, it's something that I think would have fitted in quite well around that time. The musical performance, not so much, but the musical performance was excellent. It's, like I said, it sounded so good. It was very upbeat, very energetic. You know, it was really, really good. I really, really liked that. I'm actually kind of mad I've never heard of this band before. Whilst looking them up, it seems they've got, I think it's 3 or maybe 4 albums out, I think. One of them might be remixes. But yeah, they sound amazing. I really enjoyed that. I really, really enjoyed that. That was, like I said, very high energy. The music was great. The vocals were great. Like I said, I'm mad that I've not heard them before. And the unfortunate thing is, it's only quite a short song as well. I mean, I think it's just under 4 minutes. I could have listened to that for much, much longer. I was really into that. I was really, really into that, and I was very disappointed that it ended. And like I said, I have got lyrics here, but like I said, I've had to translate them myself, and things like Google Translate and that are not reliable. And whilst I was born in Germany, I don't speak German, so I'm not very good at translating them myself. But it gives you the general idea. So if the translation is incorrect, I do apologise. If anybody, you know, can actually correct me on any part of it, you know, go ahead by all means. But I did my best. But like I said, you get the general idea, and he seems to be talking about what a shit place the world is. You know, saying, you know, the world is a miserable place. What's the point in it, sort of thing. That's what it seems to be saying, you know. And it goes, bitterness rises from the ashes of youthful drive. What does this world have to offer that I can really have? Fresh salt in old wounds, nothing changes, nothing changes. Comparisons of reality and expectations, neither am nor will I. Possibly a bad translation there. I am and will become nothing. Given a lot, hardly any yield, a lot of talk, nothing said. So the immediate first line sort of gives you the overall idea. Bitterness rises from the ashes of youthful drive. You know, like when you're young, you know, you're sort of stepping wide-eyed into the world. There's so much hope and promise, but as you get older, you become disillusioned and bitter. You know, when you're younger, you know, there's more enthusiasm for things, but then you realise what the shit world this is, and as you get older, you become more cynical. You know, so bitterness rises from the ashes of youthful drive. What does this world have to offer that I can really have? You know, what is there in the world that actually, it seems to be, what is the point of existence? You know, what is the overall point of life, of this existence? You know, what is there in the world that really means anything? Fresh salt in old wounds, you know, just rubbing the salt into the wounds, you know, like, you know, this world's a shit place and you have to live through it, sort of thing. You know, nothing changes. Comparisons of reality and expectations. So it's like you sit there and you think, right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to accomplish this goal. I'm going to achieve this. I'm going to go out and do this, that, and the other. And in reality, you know, you might possibly achieve that, but maybe not to the degree that you wanted to. You know, it's basically a saying, you know, disappointment. You know, get used to it. You know, the world's a shit place. You might have these high aspirations, but at the end of the day, what does it all really mean? What does it all amount to? Pretty much nothing. I am and will become nothing. So again, this is a person who doesn't hold themselves in high regard, and also the fact that they've come to terms with the fact that, you know, once you die, that's it, you're gone. There's, you know, you live your life, you might achieve stuff, you might accomplish things, but at the end of the day, it all comes to nothing. You know, you can amass fortunes and fortunes and fortunes, but you can't take it with you. So in the end, what does it really mean? What does it all accomplish? You know, this sort of questioning the purpose of life, and, you know, just saying, you know, the world is a miserable, shitty place, and, you know, we go through it doing whatever it is we do, and at the end, it's all fundamentally futile. You know, given a lot, hardly any yield. So, you know, put in a lot of effort into life. You know, you try really hard, and at the end of the day, you get nothing out of it. You know, you can work hard as you bloody like, but at the end of the day, you leave with nothing. A lot of talk, nothing said. You know, a lot of hollow, empty words that mean absolutely nothing. Carries on. From cradle to grave, absolute mediocrity. And I also die 1,000 deaths. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. I want everything or nothing. Give me everything or nothing. This world is an abyss, and we are in freefall. The question of all questions, is there life before death? What I want, I can't get, and what I don't like, I can get. I know the question of all questions, but the answer isn't. I'm not sure what that is. So again, from the cradle to grave, absolute mediocrity. You know, the entire life is sort of average. You know, again, you can accomplish everything, a million things, but at the end of the day, what have you really achieved? Not much. And also die 1,000 deaths. Again, nothing changes. I want everything or nothing. Give me everything or nothing. You know, it's like, again, a person with high aspirations, you know, they want to accomplish this, they want to achieve that, but again, they leave with nothing. At the end of the day, you don't keep anything. You know, you, like I said, you can amass fortunes, you can amass a huge amount of material possessions, but again, you can't take it with you. So, you know, there's nothing. This world is an abyss, and we're in free fall. The question of all questions, is there life before death? You know, what we're doing, are we really living? Or are we just merely existing? Are we just sort of floating through life, not actually making anything of it? Sort of like, you know, you get these people who just sit around, do absolutely nothing with their lives, you know, lazy bums, and then it comes to the moment when they encounter the final hours of their life and they sort of go, well, I've accomplished absolutely nothing with my life. You know, did I really live? Or did I just exist? But again, you know, all these people with all this wealth and fortune and stuff, did they actually live? You know, they've amassed all of this money, but did they really live? You know, they might have gone out and bought millions of supercars, they might have bought a huge mansion, but again, is that really living life? Because, you know, a lot of these people who have these big mansions, they sort of close themselves off and hide away from everybody. Are they really living life, or did they just exist? What I want, I can't get, and what I don't want, I can get. So again, you know, all these aspirations, you know, you have to work really, really hard to get. And, you know, occasionally you will accomplish such a thing. You will get that thing that you're after. But, you know, for most people, generally not. And what I don't want, I can get. So, you know, what I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to have anxiety, but congratulations, you've got it. I don't want to have to struggle. I don't want to have to live from paycheck to paycheck. Congratulations, that's what you've got. You know, I don't want that, but this is what I've got. This is what I've been given, and it's shit. So, yeah, the world is an abyss, and we are in freefall. So the world is just like a great big void, and we have no control over what we're doing. You know, we're just sort of falling through the abyss without any sense of direction, essentially. Nothing changes, and I and I am and will become nothing. Absolute mediocrity from cradle to coffin. Absolute mediocrity from cradle to coffin. I want everything or nothing. Give me everything or nothing. I want everything or nothing. This world is an abyss, and we are in freefall. The question of all questions is there life before death? I want everything or nothing. Give me everything or nothing. Oh yeah, a life before death. So give me a life before death. Give me a purpose in life. Give me something to feel proud of. You know, make me feel like I've actually accomplished something. So, you know, it's the actual meaning of the song itself is actually quite depressing, you know, saying, you know, the world is a shit place to live and existence, life itself is pointless. You know, it doesn't matter what we do in life, it's pretty pointless, you know. For the majority of the world, what we do in life makes no difference whatsoever. So, you know, it's a pretty depressing song, but the actual feel of it, like I said, the music, very upbeat, very high energy, and you know, even the vocal performance was upbeat, high energy, and you know, it was really impactful, and it just sounded so good. I really like this. I need to hear more Wisborg. You know, I'm probably going to go out and see if I can find their music, you know, go to their Bandcamp or something and maybe buy their albums, because I want to hear more. And if any of it's anywhere near as good as this piece of music, I'm here for it, because that was just phenomenal. I really enjoyed that. But I don't know what else I can say on that, so we'll leave that as it is. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like or a subscribe, or both if you're not subscribed already, because it really would help the channel out. You know, I've been doing this for about 4, maybe 5 years now, and you know, I spend a lot of time making these videos, spend a lot of time editing these videos, and they're just sort of disappearing once I upload them, you know, because people aren't watching them, you know, and some people are watching like maybe 2-3 minutes of them. Is there something I can do to improve that, to keep people engaged? I don't know. But, you know, they're just sort of disappearing. And it's kind of disheartening, because I do put a lot of time and effort into it. And like I said, I've been doing it for about 5 years. You know, I've spent a lot of money trying to make a decent setup of everything, you know, to make this something that people might find interesting. And, yeah, it's just sort of disappearing. And at the moment, barely over 1% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed. And you know, whilst I do appreciate that there are people watching my videos, and I thank everybody for that, you know, with them not being subscribed, you know, the videos aren't getting suggested, you know, my videos are just sort of disappearing. It's really disheartening. So, you know, if you could like and subscribe, it really would help me out. It would really help the channel out. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. It takes a fraction of a second, and it really would help me out. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.